and welcome to the first episode of Her Sit at the Table. I am Grace Emmanuel, founder of Elevator Initiative Network, and I am your host. I'm so excited to begin this journey with you. This podcast is all about young ladies, women, leadership, growth, and personal development. Whether you're an aspiring leader, a professional looking to grow, or someone searching for clarity and direction, this space is for you. So I know someone might be wondering why this podcast matters. Let's be honest. We know that women are still underrepresented in leadership, decision making, and high impact careers. Even when we have the qualifications, experience, and skills, we often find ourselves questioning, do you really belong here? Do I really belong here? Well, let me tell you the truth. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And this podcast is here to remind you of that, to help you build the confidence, the knowledge, and network to take your rightful seat at the table. This space is for real conversations and real conversations alone. We will talk about challenges, but more importantly, we will talk about solutions. We will learn from women who have carved out their space in leadership, business, and advocacy. We will discuss strategies to help you break barriers and thrive. Now let's get into the main the main topic of today: how to claim your seat. What does one need to step into leadership and success? I'm going to be giving 3 key points. 1 is you being able to overcome doubt. The second is owning your own voice. And third is taking action. So back to the first key point, which is overcoming doubt. Have you ever heard of imposter syndrome? Yes, imposter syndrome. That feeling that you are not good enough, that you don't deserve the opportunities in front of you, that you are intellectually incapable. I've been there too. I felt the same way. I've been through it, and it's real, and it affects many women out there. Even the most successful ones. You heard me. Even the most successful ones have gone through it. But here's the truth. You are capable. You are prepared. The key is just to acknowledge the fear, but not let it stop you. Alright? I'm going to give an example of a young lady named Tobi Amusa. She's a Nigerian track and field athlete who broke records despite facing doubts and setbacks. She kept on pushing until she became a world champion. I'm going to give you an assignment. Any woman you're going to hear me talk about today, I will need you to make your own personal research and go through their stories and see what exactly they have been through to get to where they are. Secondly is owning your own voice. It's not easy. Leadership is not about waiting for permission. It is about stepping up. It's not about waiting or asking for permission. It is about stepping up. Whether in a boardroom, in your class, a business, or a community, your voice matters. Where is it you think that someone needs to speak up? Not just for yourself, but for other people that cannot speak up. If you really want to be a leader, you need to be able to own your voice. Think of women like Mrs. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, who became the first woman and first African to lead the World Trade Organization. She didn't wait for approval, for nobody's approval. She stepped up and took the role with confidence. She took out the role with confidence. She didn't wait for anybody to come and say, oh yeah, Ngozi, come and do this, or this is yours. She stood up for herself. She stood up for what she wanted. She stood up for those who she felt needed her in that position. Right? Moving further, lastly, taking action. Very important. Confidence is built through actions. You don't wait for the perfect moment to step into leadership. It starts from where you are. I was at an event, and there was this woman who came from Plateau State, Mrs. Toby. She's a Yoruba woman. I told her about the visions and ideas I had, and she said, "What are you waiting for? Start small. Start from wherever you can start. If it is under a tree, go on. If it's in a classroom, go on." I was so inspired that her words ignited a fire in me. There was a spark. But within a few days, weeks, I didn't do anything. That was how it just went off. And then what inspired me to start on this podcast, not just this podcast, but the Foundation Elevator Initiative Network in general, was because I've seen a lot of my peers, a lot of young ladies falling behind governance in leadership spaces. You might ask a young lady, I've seen analysis in my state that only a few ladies are into politics, governance, leadership. In fact, let's not even talk about youth generally. I'm specific. Most women are found dealing with political apathy. They care less about what is going on in the society, not just society, in the political affairs. They care less about what's going on in governance. You ask a lady, what do you want to do? I want to be a businesswoman. It's not bad. But I'm very, very sure that there are strong women out there who have great perspective, who are very smart, and will be able to bring change in the society if they're found in governance. But just because they are reluctant and not ready to put on the action, they are found slacking behind. And that is why we have women being underrepresented in leadership spaces, especially politics, governance. Story for another day, or discussion for another day. I wouldn't want to hit on that note further because we have a lot of things to talk about. So generally, I want you to do something. I want you to identify one thing you can do this week that makes you move closer to your goals. You want to be a public speaker. I need you to start speaking up in a meeting. Start speaking up among your peers. Start speaking up in the class. Be able to interact with people, communicate properly, because communication is a good skill for a leader. You have to be a good orator. You have to reach out to a mentor. Have a mentor that the mentor is already where you are, so you could talk to him if you have one or few challenges, and then be able to, and also start that project you have been putting off. I know some people might be like, I want to do this project, but you keep on postponing because you are not ready to take action, and then in the long run you will see that you have failed yourself. You have failed people that have been looking up to you because you kept on postponing and things didn't turn out the way you want or should be. But I'm going to give an example of a woman known as Fatima Kyari Mohammed. She's a Nigerian diplomat who took active steps in peace building and international relations, earning her a seat at the permanent observer of the African Union to the United Nations. The key word, active steps. Active steps. Right? So, I've discussed the 3 key points and what to expect in the future episode. This is just the beginning, yes, but in our future episode, we will be covering topics like how to network and build valuable connections, balancing ambition and well-being, stories from other women who have made it to the top. Some episodes will be solo like this one where I'll share insights and strategies. Others will be feature guest interviews of women who have broken barriers, built careers, and are making an impact. So thank you for tuning into this first episode of Her Seat at the Table. If this message resonated with you, I'd love for you to subscribe, follow us on social media, and share with other women who need this space. Remember, your seat at the table is not given, it's taken, and you are more than ready to claim it. See you in the next episode. Ciao.